Wondering if you can provide a public comment as far as your stance on some issues are concerned with children being subjected to pornography or subjected towards adult entertainment. And I was just trying to get a clear statement from CPS as far as a story I'm following.
I can't give a statement about that, sir.
So if I have a kid that's being subjected to pornographic material, is that something that I would report?
Yes, this is the line that you report if you suspect any abuse or neglect of children or adults.
And if I was aware of adults showing children adult entertainment like at a strip club, is that something I would report here as well?
All concerns, this is where you report it, sir, yes.
Okay. Well, I actually do have some reports then, and this is why I'm trying to get a clear statement from CPS, because I'm wondering why. I've got multiple reports from multiple schools here in Texas where children are being subjected to pornographic material in the classroom, books teaching them how to engage in oral sex and anal sex. And then you have adult performers coming to areas as well. It's happened at libraries and other venues where it's adults doing adult entertainment, strip teases, stripper pole dances for children sitting right there watching this. Has this been brought to your attention?
Okay, sir, so just so I'm understanding, so this is the line that you report abuse and neglect. Are we making a report today on a specific family?
No, not a specific one. Just generally speaking, I don't know the names of these individuals, of the families or the children, but I see it happening all the time.
Okay, so we're not calling about. I don't. So what I do here is I don't assess for multiple situations. I assess for one situation at a time. And are we not reporting a specific family or a specific incident? I can't give a general statement on any of the issues that you're asking me about.
But generally, okay, I understand. But generally speaking, if a child is being subjected to pornography, that's something CPS would take action on?
Here we assess every situation by what the information we're given by the reporters. And we assess the situation and see if it needs to be recommended for referral.
So like if an adult gave a book to a child, a minor, that taught them how to have anal sex or oral sex, would that count?
I piece the information by what I'm given, sir. I don't have a specific answer.
I mean, that's the information, though. If I show you an adult telling a kid how to have anal sex or oral sex, is that an actionable offense?
Sir, I don't give exact scenarios. I need you to tell me what's going on. I'm not giving like a general statement, so I'm not really sure what you're trying to do here, but are we not calling about a specific incident, a specific family, person of interest? I don't give reporter statements. That's not what I do.
Well, I'm asking you, if I know of an individual who is subjecting a child to pornographic material, is that something you guys want to hear about? Is that an actionable offense?
You can tell me about it, yes. So do we have a name on these people? Do we have any of their information? Are you able to tell me?
I don't have any specific names. I could potentially get that information. I'm just trying to find out what would CPS consider an actionable offense, so I'm not wasting time bringing you any of this information. So like, for example, if there's an adult that gives a child a book that teaches them about anal or oral sex, is that an offense that I would report to you that would be considered actionable?
We'd like to hear all concerns, yes.
Okay, so same thing. If I know of a venue that does a striptease show, adult entertainment, and children are brought to that show, is that something that I would report to you being considered an actionable offense?
We assess all situations, sir. Any concerns that you have, we'll assess the situation and we'll let you know how we'll proceed before we end the phone call.
Okay, so I understand you can't get into generalities as far as, you know, you're looking for more individual information. Is there a number I can call to get a better understanding of what CPS's stances are, just as a general public stance towards these incidents? Not asking me for specific names or anything, but just a general stance for the public to understand.
This will be the only number you would be able to call to speak to someone. You wouldn't be able to speak to someone, a direct investigator. No, that wouldn't be possible. You can try to go to a local office. You're more than welcome to visit our website.
Okay, so this is the only number to call then?
Yes, this is a number that you call, and we assess every situation to see if we're going to recommend it for investigations for child protective services or adult protective services.
Okay, so that's why I'm just trying to get an understanding here of what you guys would consider an actionable offense, or what I need to know. Do I need to report this to CPS? Is this something you guys would consider taking action on? So that's why I'm looking for like a general stance, and I don't have any specifics now. I'm trying to figure out if I do want to get into specifics, is this an actual offense? So that's why I'm looking for kind of a general approach. And I think you've basically answered the question, but so if an adult is presenting materials to children, teaching them how to engage in anal or oral sex, minors, that is something, if I reported to you, you'd consider an actionable offense.
We hear all situations, and if the situation is fit within our jurisdiction, we will send it to the appropriate department.
So the same thing, like, for example, if somebody took a child, if you found out that there were minors at an adult entertainment facility like a strip club, would you consider that an actionable offense?
Sir, again, every situation is assessed by the information that we're provided, and we will recommend a referral to whichever department we see fit at the time of the information that we're provided.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and provide you some information, and maybe you've heard about this, maybe you haven't, but there's a phenomenon that is being considered inaccurately, drag queen story time for kids, and I happen to have evidence that they're presenting materials to children, minors, that teach them how to have anal and oral sex, and they also do adult entertainment for them using things like stripper poles and ropes.
Okay, sir, let me cut you off right there. So let me tell you how the interview is going to go. Let me tell you how our interviews usually go. When people call to this line, I get all of their information, their name, address, phone number. They tell me if they're calling about a child or an adult. Then I ask them as much information as they can provide of everyone involved in the situation. And once they give me everyone involved in the situation, and then they tell me what's going on. After they tell me what's going on, I assess the situation. I speak to a supervisor regarding it. I come back on the line, and I'll let you know if we're going to recommend it for referral for adult protective services, child protective services, or if this is a law enforcement issue, we'll recommend it to law enforcement. This is how the interviews go. So you're speaking in general. I really can't answer a general statement of what you're asking if we're not talking about a specific family, specific children, specific adults. I can't take just in general of an issue that's going on, if that makes sense.
Sure. Has this ever been brought to your attention, though? Have you ever heard of this before?
I take calls here, sir, and whatever the caller reports to me is what I assess. I assess what I'm given at the time.
Okay. So if I called you with a venue that was engaged in this activity, that's something that you could follow up on?
If we assess the situation and if it meets within our jurisdiction.
Okay. But generally speaking, if you hear about parents subjecting or adults subjecting children to pornographic material or adult entertainment, you would consider that an actionable offense?
With the information provided, sir, I would see what department we would recommend. Okay.
But have you ever, do you know if anybody's ever heard of this before, a drag queen time for kids, or sexual dances for kids and pornographic material being presented to kids? Do you know if this has ever been reported? Have you heard about this before?
I don't have a comment on that, sir.
No comment. Okay. But it is fair to say sharing adult material, sexual material, and adult entertainment with children, CPS, generally speaking, would consider interest in that.
Again, sir, we assess every situation by whatever the rep is providing us.
Okay, so you will assess every situation. So if I bring evidence of this to CPS, you will assess it.
We assess every call.
Okay, all right. I will follow up with that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We are affiliated with a 501c3 called We Are the 51%. This is based off of all the good people in the world giving extra effort to have a better way of life. You can donate, sponsor, or even make a tax-deductible payment to help these children to get food so no child goes to sleep hungry. How you can help is to go to our website, matt55.com. You go to the bottom right-hand corner of the video, then click the button that says Retail Customers. You can choose either option, the $5 or the $40 donation options. Either click the Add button below the dollar amount of which one that you choose. Then the next page, choose the quantity of the donation amount. For example, if you'd like to donate $1,000, then you can change the quantity amount to $200. Then click the Checkout button in the bottom right-hand corner, and then on the next page, enter your credit card information, name and address. We will send you out a receipt for the amount so you can write this off as a donation on your taxes or also on your business taxes. Remember, our main goal is $1 million to help sponsor 20,000 children. 1 billion people in the world will lose their life due to starvation due to the famine that has already begun by 2025.
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Yeah.